What's up, guys? This is TheSirkShow247, and this is live Q&A session with the TheSirkShow247. Thank you so much for joining me in this very crazy, video that I kind of put together late last night because I knew I needed to do a Q&A because I told people I was going to do a Q&A, and this was the kind of only time I could really do a Q&A session. So we might not get a lot of people because it's just so last minute. But people will watch it after, so that's cool. So if you do have questions after you watch this, just post it, and then I'll probably get back to you. I'll probably just personally message you. But I'm super excited. I have a good friend of mine who will be moderating all the questions to me, and that's my good friend. I'm not going to tell you your name, but we always call it Oracle. So say what's up, Oracle.
Hello.
All right, so that's Oracle, and you know the reason I call her Oracle because you don't really know who she is. Well, I know who she is, but no one knows other than me who she is, and she works on all my stuff just like Oracle does with Batman, and I'm like Batman in the situation, so I'm always pretty cool about that. But yeah, she's a good friend of mine, and she runs the whole Facebook page because I'm too stupid to do it, and I don't know how to do it, so she runs the whole Facebook page. So I really do appreciate her. So yeah, we're gonna get into this. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who sent out the questions. Even if you're not watching live, we did get a lot of questions that people sent us. And like I said, you can ask me anything you want to. You can ask me personal stuff. You can ask me, about my girlfriends, my first love. You can ask me about my favorite TV show, my favorite movies, the first fight I've ever been in. The first time I sneeze, I don't know if you're weird like that, you can ask that question. I don't know, but we're super excited. It seems like we got like 2 people right now. So for the people who are joining right now, like I said, if you have questions, start getting them out now, and then we'll get your questions first. So if you do have questions, like anything, get them out now, and we'll start answering those. So I'm super excited. Oracle, hit me with the first question, please.
Alright, the first one is from SM Down H9. They said, my question is about shows that you started reviewing and don't anymore. Did you stop liking the show, or did you just not have the time to review the show?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Well, see, this is what happens, people. This is a good question to start off because I get this question a lot. I review when I started like this channel, like 4 years ago now. I reviewed any and everything because I was trying to get my name out there, and that's what you have to do. And then you do find out later on that you can't review any and everything because it's just too much work. And like being a reviewer is just too much work. On top of that, like I have a personal life too, and it happens. I do YouTube. I work at Target full time, and I'm an instructor in Taekwondo, so it's just hard to balance out a lot of things. Like stuff like Girl Meets World, I still watch Girl Meets World. I'm caught up on Girl Meets World. It was some of my most popular episodes, videos that I did, but it comes at a time to where either I'm still at work and I can't do it, or it happens. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry, but if you know that if I used to review like a show or something like that, and you haven't seen me review it, just hit me up. You can hit me up, and we can personally talk about it. If you personally message me on like YouTube or on my Facebook page or on my regular Facebook, you want to say, yo, hey, can we talk about Girl Meets World? Or hey, can we talk about Young Justice? I'm more than willing to just like talk about it with any and everybody. But yeah, like I said, it happens sometimes. I can't review everything. I'm already behind from last week, so I got to do those reviews because I started Taekwondo back this week or last week. So it happens, but yeah. Good question. What's the next question? Oracle.
Next one is from Facebook, from Iobami Gabriel Akinsanya. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Oh yeah. We forgot to say this. We're terrible at names, all right? We're going to put that out there right now. And so if we mess up your name, we are sorry, but we're going to try our hardest to get it right. So yeah, keep going.
Okay, they want to know, what do you think of the Who Killed Sarah Lance plot in Arrow? And
Okay.
what?
Oh, keep going. Was that it?
Well, there's another question, but I guess just answer that one first.
Okay, so what do I think about? So who do I think killed Sarah Lance, and what do I think about it?
Well, just what do you think of the Who Killed Sarah Lance plot?
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So right now, I'm. It's interesting. It's an interesting plot because we all know. If you watch my era reviews, we all know that I was not the biggest fan of Laurel. Like I did a lot of bashing on her. I like her as a person, as a human being, she's cool, but as a character in the show, I didn't like her. So when season 3 premiere came, and you get that final scene where Sarah actually dies, and it's like it lays down the map for Laurel to take over. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I was such a big Sarah fan, and I didn't really feel like Laurel needed to be Black Canary, even though she is Black Canary in the comics. I was one of those people who felt like it's cool if Laurel just stays Laurel and Sarah is still Black Canary. I'm cool with that in this universe. So when it came to Sarah like dying and stuff, like I said, I was pretty hurt by it. But now the way that they're doing Laurel now, I like the version that they're doing with Laurel. So I'm kind of getting more comfortable with the Sarah death. I think my prediction is still that I think Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul, however they want to pronounce it in this interpretation, I think he was the one that took out Sarah because he already said she didn't really belong there, and I think he felt like she was getting in the way with Nessa and really distracting Nessa. So I felt like Ra's al Ghul was the one to kill Sarah, and we're going to find that out. And I think Nessa's going to turn on her dad in the end of season 3. That's my prediction.
Okay. The second part is who could be Professor Zoom on The Flash?
Ooh. I don't know. I don't know because in the comics it's Thong, and he's dating Isis right now. Iris, I'm sorry. He's dating Iris right now in the TV show, and they're portraying him as like a good guy, and that's cool and all. But I think he's not the first Professor Zoom. I don't think he's the first one. I think maybe Wells. I don't really know. It could be Wells. I don't know, but that's my theory that maybe it was Wells who actually killed Barry's mom in the beginning. That's been like a crazy theory going out. So I'm kind of leaning towards that, but my original theory that Wells was like a future Flash coming back to make sure Barry lines up with the future or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know who it is. I'm excited to find out because right now it's really interesting. And I've seen the pictures of Professor Zoom. But I don't know. I really don't know. It could be Iris's boyfriend, and maybe she breaks up with him, and he gets all pissed, and he ends up getting powers, and he takes out his revenge on the Flash. Maybe something like that will happen. But I'm excited to see. I'm really excited to see.
Okay. Now, these questions are from Tumblr, and they're all from anonymous people.
Okay.
What is the worst movie you've seen?
What's the first movie I seen?
No, the worst.
Oh, the worst movie. Oh man. Ooh, it's been a lot. I could say, but it's so cliche. One of them is obviously Batman and Robin, and that's the one with like George Clooney, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Uma Thurman. It was just a disaster of a movie, and it gives me like I cringe every time I watch it. So I was never a big fan of Batman and Robin, the movie with George Clooney. Ugh, it's one of those movies where it hurts me all the time as a Batman fan. But since that's just so cliche, let me see if I can think of another one. What's another like terrible movie? Don't know. Oh, probably the worst movie. A few years ago, somebody had the great idea to like to make a Dragon Ball Z like live action movie. And when I first heard about it, I was like, oh snap. I love Dragon Ball Z. I grew up on it. It's my favorite anime. I was super excited about it. I was following like the production on it, and it was just the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And my friend Sergio, I was at his house probably like 2 months ago, and it came on, and he forced me to watch it at his house. He like would not let me leave his house, and we sat and watched it, and I hate him for it, and it was just the worst experience of my life. That is the worst movie. Dragon Ball, the live action movie, is the worst movie. It's an abomination. I hate it.
Okay.
Wait, before you go to the next question, Oracle, I see we have a few new viewers. So if you do have questions, please write them on YouTube, and we will check the videos pretty soon and do YouTube questions pretty soon. So if you do have questions for me about anything, personal life, comic book stuff, any of that, I will talk about it. So go on, Oracle.
All right. Do you like WWE?
I love wrestling. I love wrestling. It was so funny because I think last night I had this exact conversation with Oracle that I love WWE and I want her to watch it, and she shut me down really quick. I love it. I know it's fake. I know it, but I'm one of those kids where, like, when I was a kid, me and my brother, we used to fight all the time, and we used to do wrestling moves on each other, like punch and do like backyard wrestling, like throw chairs and do like rock bottoms and stunners, and I love it. I still watch it every day. I have the WWE Network. It's just one of those things where even though you know it's fake, you can't help but like it. It's one of those things that it just reminds me of my childhood. So I'm very nostalgic about stuff like that, and I don't know. It just puts me in a great mood when I watch it. And I got some of my friends in Vegas. Like since I moved to Vegas, I met some friends, and I got all of them to watch it with me, even though they claim they hate it. They always watch it with me every Monday, and we always text each other, or I go over their house and we watch like pay-per-views. I love it. My favorite wrestler right now, just in case you want to know, is Dean Ambrose. I think he's the greatest thing on WWE right now, and I'm just super excited for him to get risen up to the top. But yeah, I love WWE, so that's a great question. So if you ever want me, I've been thinking about doing like WWE pay-per-view reviews. So if you think I should, let me know, because like I said, I have the WWE Network, and I always watch every pay-per-view. So if you think I should do reviews for like pay-per-views and stuff, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to get on that. Great question.
Okay. Are you going to watch Agent Carter?
Am I going to watch Agent Carter? I am. I'm actually excited about it. Excited about it. I'm one of those people who actually likes Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think season 1 was pretty good. It got better towards the end. Season 2 is fantastic. And I love Peggy Carter. I love Agent Carter. I loved her in Captain America. I loved her in The Winter Soldier. I thought she had a great little part in The Winter Soldier. And I like to see just like that extra backstory in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because it gives you because you got to remember, like, Agent Carter is still set in the past. This is before, Tony Stark became Iron Man. This is before, Thor came to Earth. This is before Captain America and stuff. So it's still set in the past. Well, it's set after Captain America supposedly dies in the first Captain America. So it's set like right after that. So you still get like Tony Stark's dad in there. You get the first incarnation of Jarvis. So I'm super excited to go back old school and see what happened before we got to the present day. And yeah, I'm super excited for it. It comes out in like January, I think. It's like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. does like the first half of their season, and then they go on a break, and then that's when Agent Carter comes in for like 8 episodes, and then we get back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I'm super excited for like January and get those 8 episodes and just to expand the universe. It looks good. Like I said, I saw a trailer for it today. It looks amazing. I'm super excited for it. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for it? Comment below and let me know if you're excited for it.
Do you have more female friends or guy friends?
Ooh, I have way more female friends. I have a lot more female. I connect more to the ladies. I'm not a ladies' man, so don't get me wrong. I'm not a douchebag. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm a smooth. No, I'm not. I connect more with ladies. I was risen with basically all girls. You know what I mean? My mom, my sister, my grandma. So I connect way more with like girls. So most of my friends are girls. Don't get me wrong, I do have a lot of guy friends, but the majority of my friends are all girls. And I don't know. We talk about stuff. We talk about hair all the time. We talk about just random stuff. And I don't know. They get me. I don't know why. For some reason, all my girlfriends, they're more acceptable of who I am because I'm a weird guy. Oracle can tell you I'm pretty weird and I'm pretty nerdy. But most of my girlfriends, they're cool with it. Most of my guy friends, they kind of shun me sometimes. So I'm more comfortable around girls. So yeah, I have a lot more lady friends, and they're all awesome. By the way, they're all awesome.
Okay.
These are
And
great questions, guys. I'm digging all these questions so far.
these are YouTube questions now.
YouTube questions. Okay.
All right.
Tight.
This is from Double X Earth to Summer. Double X.
Okay.
What is your current favorite TV show?
Ooh, my current favorite TV show. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna have to do it like this. My current favorite. Oh man, hold up. Oh, this is hard. This is hard. I don't. I watch a lot of TV. Um, I'm gonna have to do two. Can I do two? No, dude, this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna do five. I'm gonna do five. I'm gonna do my top five because I can't really choose right now. My top five. Um, I love Arrow. I think Flash is amazing right now. Walking Dead is crazy good. Um, what else? Oh, Game of Thrones is like addicting. It's like so bad for me. Like I love Game of Thrones. And what else can I put in there? I do love Agents of Shield a lot. I would put Sons of Anarchy in there, but I did say I was going to do five. But Sons of Anarchy makes six, so I can't really choose. I'm sorry, but if it's like favorite superhero show, it'll probably be Arrow by a smidge because the only reason I give Arrow the upper hand over Flash is because it has more episodes and it has more seasons. But Flash is getting up there for me. So far, Flash has not had a bad episode. It's starting off. It's so far it's batting 1,000 for me. I love Flash, but I give Arrow just a smidge only because I've been with Arrow a little bit longer. So yeah, that's a hard question. Don't give me hard questions like that. Jesus.
This is from Brandon Demery.
Okay.
Not exactly a question, but list your Justice League Dreamcast.
Okay. So my Justice League Dreamcast. Okay. Now, all right, I'm gonna do my Dreamcast now. Have in mind that in my Dreamcast that I'm about to announce, some of these people are old, but I'm talking about in their prime. So some of these people, when I name them, I'm talking about like in their prime, when they were a little bit younger and stuff. All right, so Batman, I'll actually keep Ben Affleck as Batman. I will keep Henry Cavill as Superman. Um, Cyborg. If we're doing New 52, if we're doing the New 52, and that's Aquaman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Flash. I think that's six. And Green Lantern. If we're doing the New 52/7, okay. Ben Affleck as Batman, I'll keep. Henry Cavill, Superman, I will keep. I will keep Jason Momoa from Game of Thrones. I will keep him as Aquaman because he is cast as Aquaman. Perfect casting, by the way. That's my favorite casting so far in the Justice League. Wonder Woman. Um, dude, I don't know if I will keep Gal Gadot. I actually like her as a. Oh man, this is hard. I'm gonna come back to Wonder Woman. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to Wonder Woman. Green Lantern. I wouldn't do Hal Jordan. I did say I'd do New 52, but I will replace Hal Jordan with John Stewart, which is the Black Green Lantern, and I'll put Denzel Washington in his prime, like Hurricane, when he was in Hurricane, when he was the boxer in Hurricane. Denzel Washington is Green Lantern. Cyborg, I would. Ooh, Cyborg. Who would I put? Cyborg, I will put Morris Chestnut. Yeah, Morris Chestnut. Dark chocolate himself. Morris Chestnut. Most of you people don't even know who he is, but Google him, Morris Chestnut. You'll know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Cyborg. Who am I missing? I'm missing two people. Wonder Woman and who else? And Flash. Okay, Flash. I will actually keep Grant Gustin. I actually like Ezra Miller, who's the new Flash for the movies. I like him because he was in Perks of Wallflower, and I love that movie, Perks of Being a Wallflower. But I will take him out, and I will put Grant Gustin, who's the Flash in the TV show, because he's doing a fantastic job as the Flash. So Flash, Grant Gustin, and Wonder Woman. Okay. See, Wonder Woman is the hardest for me because I think she's probably the most important. Oh boy. Dude, this is hard. I told you to stop giving me these hard questions. Lucy Lawless. Okay, yeah, Lucy Lawless. She did play Xenon, like warrior princess, but that's basically Wonder Woman anyway. In her prime, I will put her as a Wonder Woman. Yeah. So that's my 7. What do you guys think about my 7? Do you like it? Do you think it's stupid? Let me know. But yeah, that's my 7 right there. That was a hard question. I gotta breathe a little bit. Okay, what's the next one?
Alright, from King Kicks Z23. What do you think about the Static Shock live-action web series being made, and do you think it would be as good as the cartoon show?
Okay. Yeah, so I heard about this a few weeks ago. I like it. I don't think it should be a web series. I think, hell, if you're doing they're doing a Supergirl TV show on CBS. If they can do a Supergirl, they can put Static Shock on TV. Don't do a web series, dude. Put them on like CW or something. I don't know. CW is doing really good with their DC stuff. I'm excited for it. I didn't know it was gonna be a web series, so that's new to me. The only thing that I was kind of taken aback by, I saw I read something like Monday. Yeah, like last Monday, I read something that they're looking at Jaden Smith for Static Shock. I have no problem with Jaden Smith. It's whatever. You know, I'm a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan. I'm a Will Smith guy. I love Jada Pinkett. Fish Mooney. She's awesome. But don't put their kid at Static Shock. Find somebody else. Find a unknown person. Yeah, find somebody else. Not Jaden Smith. I don't hate him, but find somebody else. I would rather have them find an unknown person than find somebody who's super famous. So that's my only downgrade from it, is that I heard that they're looking at Jaden Smith. Terrible idea. Find somebody else. I loved the cartoon. I thought it was awesome. It was always on the kids WB back in the day. It was right after Batman Beyond or before Batman Beyond, and I love it. So yeah, if it goes through, and I'll be super excited, and you will see reviews from it. I think Static Shock is a great character to introduce. He has some good comics, but he was done really good in the cartoons. So yeah, I'm super excited if they do it. Great question. No Jaden Smith though.
Okay, this is from H Ball Up. How old are you, and have you been watching Flash? If so, could you review it?
Okay. First question. I'm 25. Yep, March 19th, 1989. I'm 25. I know sometimes I look like 40. That's because I have my dad's bad genes. So that I have that Benjamin Button disease where he ages younger, but I aged like older. I when I was like 12, I looked like this since I was 12. All right, I've had a beard since I was 6. True story. But I'm 25. I have a lot of gray hairs, but I'm 25. The second question is, do I review Flash? I do review Flash. I've reviewed every episode except for last week's episode, which I will be reviewing tomorrow, I think, or Friday, because we had a week off. So it gave me time to, I don't know, I keep going. It gave me time to, just rewatch it again because I thought it was a great episode. But I do review Flash, so check those out if you haven't. And yeah, I do. I love that show.
Okay. From Tetra Z, what are some of your favorite games of all time?
Video games?
Just says games.
Okay, so I guess if we're talking about games, then if we're talking about like board games, I know we're not talking about board games, but I'm gonna give you board games and video games. I was a big fan. I'm only 25, but this is an old game, and they don't make it anymore, which is a crime. There was a board game called Don't Wake Daddy, and I was so good at it. Like, you have no idea. I was so good at Don't Wake Daddy, and I was so good at like Connect 4. But we digress from that. Video games. I'm a big video game gamer. My favorite video game of all time is Final Fantasy VII. I play it every year. I try to beat it every year. My second favorite game is Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts because it mixes my favorite things in the world. It mixes Disney characters with like anime type Final Fantasy characters, and they just blend together so well. I love Kingdom Hearts, and I'm a big fan of like Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed and Batman. Like, I play mostly any and every game in the world that I can play. I'm super excited to play Lego Batman 3 that comes out next week, and Assassin's Creed that comes out next week too. So I'll be playing a lot of games. I just bought the Legend of Korra game for like $15. I've already beaten it. I took like 3 days and I beat it. But I think I'm gonna start posting my Legend of Korra gameplay. Now that we have the YouTube app on the PS4, I'm gonna start posting my Legend of Korra gameplay on YouTube because it goes straight to YouTube. So be on the lookout for my Legend of Korra gameplay. It's a pretty cool game. I like it a lot. So yeah, I love video games. They're awesome.
Next question is from the Arcade Machine. They have 3 questions.
Oh boy.
First,
oh boy.
do you think DC will stick to the alleged no jokes rule in their future movies?
Okay, so that's question 1. All right, now a few months ago, it was an article that came out. For people who don't know, a few months ago, it was an article that came out that DC had a meeting with like their creative team for like their DC movies, and basically said, "Yo, Marvel, they're doing like all this like fun and happy stuff, and everything's like light and stuff. We don't want to do that. We want to go the Christopher Nolan route, where it's all serious all the time." That's what that was alleged. Like, it's not confirmed that it was real, but that's what it's been going around, that's what happened. I don't think it's true because you can't do a movie without having some kind of humor. Even The Dark Knight, which were the Christopher Nolan movies, they had humor in them. They didn't have a lot of humor. Can y'all hear me? Uh-oh, hold up. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello?
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. It like paused for a second, guys, and said that everything shut down, so I freaked out a little bit. But what was I saying? No, I think that I do think that DC is a more darker company. They always have the darker comic books, so they're going to always be darker than Marvel, regardless. So I don't believe that it's going to be like too crazy to where they're just going to shut down all the, all like the seriousness or all the funny stuff and all the jokes in their movies. I don't believe that. I do think that they're going to be a lot darker than like the Marvel movies, That's just because DC comics, like I said, are just darker. They're just darker than Marvel comic books. But I don't believe that. I think it's a stupid rumor. So yeah.
All right, second question. Do you expect any cancellations in Marvel's next phase of movies?
Hell no. They just announced like 25 movies. Like, they're not canceling anything. I'm more afraid of DC canceling anything because DC is owned by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers are very iffy, and they don't like to. They get very iffy about their projects and stuff. So if one doesn't do right, they'll shut everything down. So that's why I'm more excited for DC to succeed, because we already know Marvel, they're going to succeed. All their movies have been good. Even their bad movies have been great. Like, their worst movies is probably Iron Man 2. And that's not even that bad of a movie. You know what I mean? So we know that Marvel is going to always do good so far. They haven't proven us wrong that they can make a bad movie. I'm more worried about DC and having them, like, if Batman v Superman fails, which it's not going to fail, because who does not want to go see Batman versus Superman? I'm more worried about like their Wonder Woman movies and stuff like that. Like, those movies need to succeed, because if they don't succeed, I'm worried that Warner Brothers is going to start canceling a lot of their projects, and we don't need that to happen. So I'm more worried about DC than anything. Marvel, they're going to keep making movies until we die. So they got Disney money, they got that Mickey Mouse money, so they're not going anywhere.
All right, third question. Who would you cast for a Howard the Duck reboot?
Oh God. I have no idea. I haven't seen Howard the Duck in a long ass time. That was a lot of people don't know that was Marvel's first like comic book movie. I think. I'm pretty sure that was Marvel's first comic book movie, because Howard the Duck is a Marvel character. I don't know. I don't want to see it. I love like the little Easter egg at the end of Guardians of Galaxy. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think they need to reboot Howard the Duck though. It's one of those movies that it needs to just stay that one movie. You know what I mean? It was good for its time, for like back in like the 80s, for when it came out, but it can't work. It can't work, and that's saying a lot, because they made a freaking raccoon and a talking tree work, but I don't think they can make Howard the Duck work. I think that's a lost cause. So I don't know who can voice him. Maybe I love the guy from I really love the guy from Modern Family. The dad, I think his name's like Ty something. But the main dad from Modern Family, I think he's really funny. So I would like him to voice him if that ever happens. So that would be my only casting for Howard the Duck, is the guy from Modern Family, or Ron Swanson from Community. I love Ron Swanson. So either one of those two would be the perfect choice for me.
Okay. This is from Rabbit Ears Blog, and they also have 3 questions.
All right.
What's your favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie?
My favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. So far I think Marvel's had 10 movies that came out. Their 10th movie was Guardians of the Galaxy. My favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie has to be, without a doubt, Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. I think that's their best movie. I think it's better. I'm one of the people that think Winter Soldier is a better movie than Avengers. I'm one of those guys. I think it's a way better movie than Avengers. I like Avengers, but I'm not in love with Avengers like a lot of people. I do love the movie though, but I think Captain America: Winter Soldier is the best movie that Marvel's done so far, followed by Guardians of the Galaxy and the first Iron Man. So yeah, it goes Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Iron Man. No, I put Iron Man. I'll put the first Iron Man over Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's Winter Soldier, first Iron Man, and then Guardians of the Galaxy. Those are my top 3.
Second question. Which show do you like better so far, Arrow or Flash?
Oh, I think I kind of answered this question before. Um, I love Arrow. I've had my ups and downs with Arrow, but through the most part, Arrow has been a great show, and it's done a lot for like the DC universe. Like without Arrow, we wouldn't have Flash. Without Arrow, we probably wouldn't have Gotham. Without Arrow, we probably wouldn't have like the Supergirl movie that's about to come up, or the Supergirl TV show that's about to come. Without Arrow, we wouldn't have Constantine. So Arrow is just very vital to all this. So that's why I love Arrow a lot. But like I said before, Flash is getting up there. The only reason Flash is not higher is because Flash has fewer episodes. But man, Flash is fantastic. But I give that edge to Arrow because it's done a lot more. Other than have great episodes, it's done a lot more for just the comic book universe and the DC universe because Arrow just laid the foundation of superhero TV show done right. So that's why I like Arrow. And we
Alrighty.
got by the way, we're getting our F Cancer T-shirts coming in pretty soon. I'm super excited. So y'all need to follow Stephen Amell because he has like this great campaign, Fuck Cancer. It's a great campaign, great T-shirts and stuff. Ours are coming in like probably like 2 weeks or something like that. So we're super excited.
Okay. Third question. What's your favorite superhero cartoon?
Superhero cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, that is easy. That is the Batman animated series. I've seen every episode probably like 1,000 times. I love Batman the animated series. But close second, a real close second though, is Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. I do love those a lot. And with a good shout out to Young Justice. The only reason I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, Cirque Show, why you didn't pick Young Justice?" If you don't know, the Cirque Show 24/7, I was built like everything I have right now with the Cirque Show 24/7 is all because of Young Justice. Like all my subscribers are all because of Young Justice because that was the first like show I ever reviewed. So I owe a lot to Young Justice. Don't get me wrong. And I love Young Justice. Don't get me wrong. I love Young Justice. But if we're talking all-time favorites, Batman, the animated series, all day. He's my favorite character. And he just had the best storylines. I mean, you can't deny that the Batman animated series didn't have the best storylines in superhero animated TV. So, yeah. But shout out to Young Justice, too. So don't hate me, people. Don't start typing. Don't get on the interwebs and start hating on me because I didn't say Young Justice. I love Young Justice too. Don't get me wrong.
Alrighty. This is from Scotty Showman.
Oh, Scotty.
Hey, TheSirkShow247. I know you from Life After Young Justice. That was a great show. Okay, for my question, if you could have dinner with two fictional characters at the same time, who would they be?
Oh my God. The greatest question I've probably ever heard in my life. You people need to step up your questions now. Because this is a great question. Dude. Fictional character or fictional cartoon character? Wait, what's the question? Is it fictional?
Just fictional characters.
Oh, okay. It can only be two?
Yep.
God, this is hard. Why can't we have a three? Why can't I have like a threesome table dinner or something? That sounds so weird. That sounded so weird out of my mouth. It sounded different in my head though when I said it. Batman. Batman's one. Well, first, okay, let me set the scene. Where will we be going first? Because we're going to dinner. All right, we're going to dinner. All right, we're going to dinner. We're going to something classic. We're going to the Olive Garden. All right, we're going to the Olive Garden. Person on my right, Batman. All right, he's in full costume. All he orders is fish, not cooked fish, just regular fish, and he cooks it himself because he's freaking Batman. On the side. All right, on my left. Who's on my left? Ooh, who's on my left? This is a good question. Ooh. Dude, who's on my left? Who is on my freaking left? Because we got Batman. He's over here. He's still chopping up fish. He's still making pasta. But who's on my left? Who's keeping me entertained? Ugh, dude, dude. Who is on my left? No, he can't. I was gonna say this person. No. Oh, who is on my left? Who is on my left? Who is on fictional character? Gosh, maybe I don't know. Maybe Minion Dave. I love Minion Dave from Despicable Me. I love the Minions. So I would say Minion Dave. I love Dave. That Minion. I would take all three Minions, but you only said I can have two people. So I have Batman on my right and Minion Dave on my left. And we have a good time at the Olive Garden. Bam. There we go. Next question. That was a hard question. Jesus, that gave me a heart attack too. Whew.
Jada Prince has 2 questions.
Okay.
First one, what are your thoughts on Constantine? Our hair is at risk of being canceled.
What? I did not hear that. I like Constantine. The only problem with Constantine is it comes at a time where Supernatural has done mostly everything that Constantine is trying to do. And that's the only thing that sucks about Constantine. I mean, not in a bad way. It sucks for Constantine because it's a good show, but when I watch it, I'm like, freak. Supernatural on the CW, it did this like in season 6, or it's done this in like season 1. We're on like season 12 of Supernatural. Constantine basically deals with Supernatural. Supernatural is a show about Supernatural, so it's done everything that Constantine is trying to do. So that's the only thing that sucks about it. So I feel like Constantine is like 10 years too late, maybe. I still like it. I still watch it. But I hope it doesn't get canceled because it's a good show. I think Matt Ryan, who plays Constantine, I think he's doing a fantastic job. He looks just like Constantine, but it plays into the fact that Supernatural has done it before, and that's the only thing that sucks about it. Have you ever? It's funny because I say it like that because you ever see? It's an episode of South Park where they talk about how the Simpsons have done like every storyline because the Simpsons has been on for like 20 plus years or something like that. So it's kind of like that. Like it's hard to do stories because something else has been doing it for like 10 years. Just like the Simpsons has been doing it for like 1,000 years. It's hard to do stuff like that. So that's the only thing that sucks about Constantine. But I like it a lot. It's really good. So if you haven't watched it, you should watch it, and you should support it, and hopefully it gets at least a season 2.
Alright, and I believe this is the last question.
It's the last question.
If you could be any superhero, who would you be and why?
If I could be any superhero, who would I be and why? I know a lot of people think I would say Batman. I would not want to be Batman. Because I cosplay. If people don't know this, I cosplay a lot. And people say, dude, you love Batman and stuff. You have like tattoos of like Batman characters on your body and shit. Why don't you like dress as Batman? I've always felt like Batman should be a damaged white man. It should never be a black person. Batman is the only superhero that should always be a damaged, crazy white man. So I don't want to be Batman because I feel like I would not do Batman justice, so I would not pick Batman. But I don't want to say a Power Ranger because I've already been a Power Ranger, the white Power Ranger, so I don't want to do that. So maybe Thor? Yeah, maybe Thor. I like Thor. Thor's got like the nice body. He's got the long hair. I have no hair. I'm not that tall. My body is terrible. Yeah, Thor. He's got the hammer. Yeah, I'd probably be Thor. I like Thor. He's cool. He gets all the girls. I get no girls. Thor gets all the girls. Thor. Yeah. Thor. So is that all the questions? You made sure that was all the questions? That's everything?
I refreshed everything. That's all the questions.
All the questions. Oh my. How long was this? Maybe an hour?
Yep, about.
We're gonna end in a few people. I'm gonna give you guys just a few more minutes. Just if you have questions, write them down. If you want to know personal things about me, write them down now. If you want to know like personal things about me, better write them down before I go. So last call. If you want to know comic book stuff or just personal information about me, anything, love, life, whatever, I will answer it. We'll probably end in about 10 minutes. Um, but while I give people a time to kind of type their last words, if they have anything, type them on YouTube because you're probably watching on YouTube. So type it on the YouTube thing so we can so Oracle can check it. I'm gonna review the trailer for Age of Ultron because a lot of people ask me to do it, so I will do it on the Q&A. So you guys get like a little bonus. I saw the trailer for Age of Ultron. I saw the first one when it first came out, and then I saw when it came out last week with Agents of Shield, like the new version of it. I like it a lot. I think it's really good. Like I said, I was one of those people that liked the first Avengers, but I wasn't like hot. I didn't think it was like the be all end all of like superhero movies. I still think like The Dark Knight is still like the best movie, the best comic book movie out there, and I still think that Winter Soldier is better than Avengers because I felt like Avengers. It was a good superhero movie, but I didn't feel like nothing was at stake really. I didn't. It was no time when I first watched the first Avengers movie where I felt like people were going to die or Iron Man wasn't going to make it out or Loki was a threat to anybody. I never felt that watching the first Avengers. The second movie that's about to come out, Age of Ultron, I feel like they're taking a darker tone and I feel like more things are at stake. I feel like I'm going to watch this movie and I'm going to feel like, oh, is somebody going to make it out? Is Iron Man going to survive? Is Hawkeye going to is he going to get killed or something like that? I feel like more things are at stake, so I'm more excited for Age of Ultron, and it does have the potential to be the best Marvel movie out. And I'm super excited for it. Like I said, it looks good. James Spader as Ultron, that voice, it's crazy good. It's like I like fall in love with it when I hear it. Like I play the trailer and I just kind of zone out. I don't even watch it. I just listen to his voice. I love the fact that they played on like the Disney aspect of Marvel being bought by Disney, and they played like the Pinocchio song throughout the trailer, like with there you have no strings to hold me and stuff like that. That was really cool. It looks great. We got like our first like look. It looks like a bigger epic scale. We're going to different locations. We're not in New York all day every day. So I like it. I'm super excited for it. I will be like the first one there when it comes out. I will dress up like I did last year, or like I did for Avengers. Like for the first Avengers, I went with some friends in Georgia. I dressed as Nick Fury for the first one. This one, I'll probably be dressing as Nick Fury too because Black Panther is not introduced in Age of Ultron, and Nick Fury is like the only black person in there. So I have to do Nick Fury like by default. So I'm super excited for it. It was a great trailer. It's probably the only trailer I need to see. I don't need to see really any more of Age of Ultron. It's got my attention. It looks darker. It looks like more is at stake, and I'm there. I don't need to see any more trailers. Any more questions? Any more questions?
Actually, we do.
Oh, snap.
Another one from Jada Prince. They asked, what was the first comic book you read?
The first comic book I've read. Let's see. The first comic book I read. The first comic book I read. It wasn't. I don't think it was a Batman movie. The first movie I saw was the first Batman. So I don't think it. What was the first comic book I read? I think. Okay, this is a weird. I think it was like a Charlie Brown comic book or something like that. Like it has nothing to do with like superheroes or anything like that. But you know, like they used to have like the Charlie Browns on strips. Well, I don't know if they still do this, but they had like a few issues where Charlie Brown was like in like comic books, like a full fledged like comic book. And I know my grandfather at the time, who gave me like my first like few comic books, him and my dad, um, they gave me like a crap load of Charlie Brown comic books. So yeah, it was probably like a Charlie Brown comic book. I know you was probably thinking like, oh, was it like Agents of Shield, like #1 or Batman? No, it was Charlie Brown and Snoopy. That's probably what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was like a Charlie Brown comic book. So yeah, it wasn't that exciting. But it
Okay.
got me in the comic book, so it did its job.
Brandon Demery asked, "You could pick how you die. How do you want to go out?"
Oh, okay. Well, I said I was going to answer anything, so I gotta say true. Um, I don't know. Okay, if I don't know. I have to go out in some like ridiculous thing where like it's impossible for this. Like dragons, it would be involved with dragons. I don't know. Like I'll be, God, I want to be flying on like a dragon, like saving people, and like with a sword or something. And I don't know. I get shot by like a bow and arrow, but I fall off the dragon, and I'm falling like to my death. But the dragon saves me, and he picks me up, and I just die on the dragon. Maybe something like that. That's all I can think of, people. So yeah, a dragon death for me.
Um, Scotty Showman,
Okay.
tell us about one of the craziest things you ever did to impress a lady.
Okay. The craziest thing. I have a lot. Let's see. Craziest thing. I don't know. It's weird. I've waited. I'm not gonna say the person's name because they might be watching, but I've waited like forever to date this one girl for like 9 years or 7, 8 years, and that's been like the craziest time of my life. It's just waiting. Another, uh, I don't know. I think it was one time, probably the craziest thing. I'm super romantic when I want to be, but I do it in the stupidest ways sometimes. Um, I think I tried to ask a girl to dance with me, like on a rooftop or something, and the rooftop was super dangerous because it looked like it was about to collapse. So I could have injured both of us, and we both could have died that day. So maybe that. I've sung to a girl, and I'm a terrible singer in front of like a lot of people. Uh, the list keeps going on, people. Uh, I've uh, uh, I told a girl it was okay. It was one time where I liked the girl a lot. I liked this girl a lot, and this was probably when I was like in middle school or something. And she was super gorgeous. She was super gorgeous. I thought, oh man, she's gonna be the one. But she had like a boyfriend, and I went up to her boyfriend. This is a true story, people. This is how crazy I am. I'm like super crazy. All right. I went up to her boyfriend, and I was like in middle school, and I was a dork too. I was like, yo, and I was super nervous because he was a big guy. And I was a little guy too. I was little. I was scrawny, but I was fast. If he hit me, I can duck. So I went up to him and said, yo, I said, I want you to know, I like your girlfriend. I like her a lot. I think she's the most beautiful. And I was nervous. I was about to crap my pants, people. You don't even know. I was nervous. I was sweating. I was like, I just want you to know, I like your girlfriend. And if you ever break her heart, I'm gonna be there to pick. I said this too. This is no joke for you. I said if you ever break a heart, I'm gonna be there to pick it up. I'm gonna be there to do the job that you couldn't do. And I walked away. And I walked away. And I looked back, and he started chasing me, and I just ran. That's the true story. That's the true story.
Okay. Another one from Brandon Emery.
Okay.
If you could choose between Malcolm Merlin's money and Oliver Queen's badassness, word I just made up, which one?
If I can choose between Malcolm Merlin's money and Oliver Queen's abs or badasses?
Badassness. Something.
Badasses. Okay. Ooh. Dude, but see, okay, the question is flawed a little bit because, well, I don't know. It's not really that flawed because they both have money. They're both billionaires. Oliver is not that rich anymore, but he still has money. They're both still badass. Maybe Oliver because he's younger. He's a little bit younger than Malcolm. And those abs, man. I mean, those abs are those washboard abs. He's badass too. He can shoot a bow and arrow. Maybe Oliver, but the question is kind of flawed because they're both badass. They both have money. But I guess I'll go with Oliver. No. I do Malcolm. Yeah, because I like black, and he's the dark archer, and he always wears black and stuff. Yeah, Malcolm.
Okay. And another question from Brandon, which is hilarious. Oh yeah, and where in the blue hell is your Flash episode 4 review?
No. I said I was going to do that review. It was last week's review, right? I did say that. Rewind the tapes, Brandon. Whoever messaged me, whoever did that. I did say I was going to do last week's episode because we didn't have this week's episode. So I'm going to do it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I'm going to do it. All right? Don't you worry. I'm going to do it. I did say I was going to do it this week. Just so you know.
I think that is it. I'm going to double check.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Oh my gosh. People, thank you so much for joining me in this. I want to say thank you to everybody who sent messages, who sent questions and stuff, who participated, who watched. We had a pretty good turnout for only doing this like late last night before we went to sleep. So I'm super surprised that we even got this much of a turnout and this many questions. All the questions were great. So I want to thank all of y'all for doing it. If you want another Q&A in the future, please let me know. If you want me to do other types of live shows with other people, please let me know. Please follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. All that jazz. Please watch out for my Flash review, episode 4, coming out pretty soon. I want to thank my good friend Oracle for helping me out, for doing this for me. You did a fantastic job for your first time. She does an amazing job, guys, on the Facebook page. She does all my Facebook stuff. She uploads my videos and all that, and she does not complain because I'm always the one that complains about everything because I'm super lazy. So I want to thank Oracle for helping me out. I want to thank Smart Water for not sponsoring this. Yeah, just thank you so much, guys, and I will be doing some reviews pretty soon. Some more reviews. We will be doing Arrow. Hopefully, hopefully the Arrow review will be out tonight. We got to watch it. So that's what we're going to do as soon as this is over. So thank you so much. See you guys again. And as always, this is the Cirque Show 247. Be easy. Peace out, people. Taylor Swift for life. Okay.